The following announcement is paid for by the Wrestling with Nerds.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
The name's Nukem, Duke Nukem, and you're watching the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. I don't know why, but you are.
This honky tonk man, greatest intercontinental champion of all time, and you're watching Wrestling with Nerds podcast. Yes, that's my favorite. Shake, rattle, and roll.
What's going on, wrestling nerds, and welcome to this week's episode of the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. We're a little early today. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world of sports that a lot of us really want to watch. So we're going wrestling stuff a little earlier. We are going to be doing our round 2 entrance theme draft, and we're going to talk about a little bit about the week in wrestling. We'll start with that, but before we do that, what's going on, Mike? Welcome back.
Hey guys, how you guys doing?
What's up, Mike?
I'm good.
It's opening weekend in baseball. You know, we got NASCAR coming up. It's a big day. Big day.
You mean opening week that is on this screen that I'm still watching? Oh, that's not good. Hi Ryan, what's up, Guru?
What's up? You over there looking like the dead guy, evil, sinister guy from like Last Action Hero over there with your cape over your head and your shiny white forehead.
Yo.
He's
Damn.
whiter than me.
Hey, yo. Okay. All right.
He's not even white. He's clear. See, look, he disappeared.
I've said this a couple times on the channel.
Look, he disappeared again.
This
See,
isn't
he's
the
clear.
bury the host hour.
I don't know. I'm waiting for him just to be like, we're on to the next week's podcast. We're on to next week's podcast.
He's gonna have a heel turn like John Cena and just say screw the kids.
We're waiting for next week's podcast.
Oh, the Bill Belichick joke. You know, the one that was said last week.
I mean, you still are wearing the hoodie like Bill. What do you want me to do?
It's freaking cold, and my headset fits nicely over
Dog,
my head.
I'm more north than you. I don't want to hear it. I got like 7 inches of snow over the weekend.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Did you have you bought a Carolina blue hoodie? I'm just wondering.
No.
Are you going to buy a Carolina blue hoodie? And the Yankees just scored, folks. That's the face of a Yankees fan that just watched a home run.
And
Ben Rice.
And I have
I'm not even watching, and I know.
And I have a tornado watch that just got announced. So yay, fun times.
Well,
Hopefully we get through Mike's voting part quick.
Mike, I don't want you to get hit by a tornado, but what airtime to just watch you just whoop!
have you?
Yeah.
Have you?
See you guys.
Have you guys watched that new documentary thing on Netflix about the inside the Twister? It's the tornadoes from Joplin, Missouri in 2013 or whatever when they got demolished.
I have not seen that
I
yet.
remember it.
It's a must watch. It is creepy as hell. Like, you feel for those people in that documentary. It is nuts.
Well, isn't that where Jamie McMurray is from?
Yes.
Didn't he have?
Yes.
Is he a part of the documentary? Because I remember when it first happened. Remember when it first happened? They went with him to Joplin.
Yeah. No, these are people's like in the middle of the tornado experience, like driving down the street or in their workplace when the tornado hit the middle of the town. It's pretty insane. Highly recommend you go watch it.
Well, let's get into the week of wrestling. Ryan, I'll let you take it from here. All I'm gonna say is more John Cena nonsense, and I'm with TJ on this. Go the fuck away.
This is shocking. I was kind of was I believe my words to you after watching that promo was one thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, just sit back and
Wait
relax.
it out. We're not there yet. There's gonna come a blow. They're gonna come to blows before WrestleMania. I didn't mind the promos between either one of them.
I mean, Cody's knocking out of the park in my opinion. 2 weeks in a row, we've had the same John Cena promo, the same exact one.
Yeah, and there is one thing about the Cena promos that I don't like, and I wish he would stop doing it. But when he gets that high pitch, never, ever, ever, it's really annoying. And the one thing of the Cena heel turn that there's many holes to poke into the Cena heel turn, but the one thing I don't like is the fact that he's not gonna change songs, attitude, wardrobe, any of that kind of stuff. Does it really change the character of John Cena if you don't change something? Something's got to change. What's going to change?
Are really committed to the heel turn?
I think this is more of a passing of the torch type deal going into WrestleMania, but I think the thing is they didn't want to have a Hogan Rock moment like they did at 18 where Hogan was the heel, Rock was the face, and in the middle of the match, everybody started. Well, not even the middle. The beginning of the match, everybody started chanting for Hogan.
What's going on, Alex?
And then it ended up making Rock turn heel. I think that's why they turned Cena heel going into this, so that he is the heel going into the match, so that the fans don't cheer for Cena and turn Cody heel. For the writers, I don't think they're ready for Cody to be heel. I'm still in the air on who's winning. I really am. The one thing of this whole thing that's not been connected yet, and I think it's because just like Roman, when you aren't on TV for a regular time, and the guy that basically made Cena turn heel hasn't been on TV to tell us why Cena turned heel, that's the missing link to the story that we haven't gotten yet. That being The Rock.
Yeah, I was so excited when it happened, and over the last 2 weeks, you were in the Discord with me. You heard
I was gonna say we gotta see what happens because they're supposed to go face to face again tomorrow. So we'll see if we get something else tomorrow.
And that's another early show with the time change. Instead of 4:00 like last week, it's 3:00 this week.
Cool.
Because London changes time tonight.
Week.
No, this week.
Oh, it's tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Or today?
Today.
What else you guys want to hit about Raw? Because the only other thing I could really think of is the women's match that is starting to... It's going to be Rhea versus Io. They're going to go one-on-one tomorrow. And then I feel like Bianca's going to get involved. And then Adam Pearce is going to come out. All right, fine. It is not going to be Io Sky and whoever, or Bianca Belair and who's going to win this match. It's going to be a triple threat now that you want to put yourself in the middle of this, Bianca.
I think Rhea wins tomorrow night. I think Rhea wins the world title back tomorrow night. That way she's forced to be put in the match.
That's exactly what I was going to say, too. I was agreeing with Ryan on that.
I think Bianca costs Io the match instead of Rhea, and it's going to be Rhea's going to get into the match by winning the title back. The only problem then is that definitely sets up that Bianca's going to win the world title off of her at Mania, in my opinion.
See, I wouldn't mind... Well, even if that happens... Io is screwed. I wouldn't be surprised if it then turns around into like how we were thinking, or at least I was thinking, it's going to be a triple threat match.
Oh yeah, I think it's going to be a triple threat match, but I think it's going to be Rhea going into Mania with the world title, not Io. Rhea winning the world title is going to get her into the triple threat match, because now Io's needs a rematch and Bianca's there, and that contract's already been signed. So now Rhea has to be put in the match. TJ?
Makes sense to me. I didn't watch. I'm taking a hiatus. I gotta do something to get reset because I can't. I'm so like
Can I
out of
say
it.
can I say one thing? What is Liv Morgan's plan for WrestleMania and where's Alexa Bliss?
The answer to that would most likely be they went on a European tour and Alexa has a young daughter and didn't go.
Yeah, but wasn't there a rumor that it was gonna be Morgan versus Bliss at Mania?
Right, but you're gonna have to wait if they get home before Mania for that build.
That's
Well, they
short.
will.
That's a
The-
short build though. That's my you know what I mean?
You really only need one night. You need Liv in the ring running her mouth and Alexa to come out and boom, match.
But there's also been rumors that Alexa's already been pulled from WrestleMania weekend in general from autograph signings and anything else she was scheduled for. So really, we
What's-
don't know.
What's the and we don't obviously know a reason for that.
No reason.
I was kind
You
of
gotta remember-
shocked to hear about that, but
You
like
gotta
we said,
remember,
they're just
with
rumors.
with this group of people in charge, you're not getting the leaks that you used to get, and if you do get the leaks, they're gonna be wrong one way, shape,
I
or
love
form.
that so much.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
Am
by
I the
the
only
way-
one that's not digging the European tour and the times like airing? I mean, Raw airs at whatever freaking time, and like, before spoilers come out, and I'm not even looking for them. I'm just doing daily stuff. I'm like, oh god, well, I already know. I don't have to watch.
It's part of the times, my guy. WWE is no longer a U.S. brand. It is now officially a global brand. And they're going to go overseas because the market is hot. Yeah, the arenas are small. The Scotland arena wasn't very big, but it was sold out
Yeah, and loud.
and loud. And evidently now the thing to do is if you can just sing wrestlers' theme songs after they're over with, you're one hell of a crowd in people's opinions anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the European trip, that's a normal thing, but it's normally right after WrestleMania, not before. And if I'm not mistaken, they're going right back overseas after WrestleMania because Backlash is in France. Correct?
I
Believe
think
so.
that's
I thought Backlash was St. Louis.
yeah. St. Louis is a. You're thinking of Cash at the Castle. That's in Paris. And that'd be
Okay,
in the
okay.
summer.
All right. So yeah, but normally the European tour for the WWF, WWE was always right after WrestleMania, mainly because that's when like a lot of the agents that do the live shows and stuff, that's when they would get their vacation time because they don't have to go overseas for their overseas tours.
Mhm.
So they all would be able to take their vacations right after Mania. I actually don't mind the European tour.
I don't hate it.
I like not having to wait. For me personally, work wise, I don't mind having to wait till 8 o'clock to watch Raw, where I can watch it at 3 and 4 before I go to work, type deal. So that I don't mind, and I always like the early shows anyway. I just always have.
Yeah, the 6 o'clock one he loved in the morning.
Oh yeah. The Elimination Chamber in Perth, that was fine with me.
Well, that's
I've
because that's
gotten-
the end of your workday.
Well, I've gotten up at 2 o'clock in the morning to watch Wrestle Kingdom from time to time.
You're
I
normally
mean,
up at 6 a.m.
that's-
getting ready.
that's a
waiting
normal
for
thing for me.
bed.
But I always like that. I feel like that on a Sunday or a Saturday, that 12 to 1 o'clock hour is like nostalgic sports time. You know what I mean? Like NASCAR used to start at 1 o'clock, football starts at 1 o'clock or noon on Saturdays. Like that is the pivotal point to be able to do something. And it's fun on Saturdays not have to wait till 8 o'clock because then you can still go out.
Yeah.
If you choose to go out with friends or any of that kind of stuff. I like that the pay-per-views are on Saturdays now.
Yeah.
I do too.
That I don't
I-
mind.
But I do like the time. I like that they're making it fair to everybody. Because keep
Mhm.
in mind, when it's a pay-per-view here at 8 o'clock, in London, England, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and those poor saps are getting up to watch them. So
Especially those dudes from What Culture.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
it is a Saturday night for them. They're probably drinking.
Well, not if it's a Tuesday morning.
Yeah, I mean
We
Raw.
don't air a pay per view on a Tuesday morning, AJ.
I was more thinking the
Raw?
Raws and
SmackDown.
Raw airs at 8 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock there. 1 o'clock,
Yeah, that's a good
2
point.
o'clock. Yeah. So I don't mind it. I think it's an interesting thing that we haven't seen yet because we don't get to see them live. We always see them on tape delay.
I kind of
So-
wish I understand what they're doing with Netflix, the 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I just wish there was a way you could do that with SmackDown too, so it's not like, oh, on Monday you get it early, not early, but live, but on
Mhm.
Friday you don't.
Mhm.
That's one thing that I wish.
Unless you have a VPN and
Well, I think that's the difference between being on Netflix and being on the USA Network. NBC Universal wants those ratings at 8 o'clock at night on Friday night.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
So-
Netflix just wants ratings.
Netflix just wants views. We're not about ratings, we're about views.
Yep.
So that's the difference. Now internationally, of course, everything's on Netflix, so
They get
it works.
they get what they can get.
Do you think sooner or later everything will end up on Netflix, or do you think
How-
they'll,
how
they'll
long-
own-
Far as-
or do you
How
think they'll?
long's I was gonna say, how long's the SmackDown deal in USA? Wasn't that a multi-year deal?
It's a multi-year deal. And as far as everything that's on Peacock, from what I've heard, that contract's going to get renewed and everything's going to stay on Peacock. But Raw is the only thing that's not on Peacock, and it's slowly making its way to Netflix, and it's taking forever.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as WWE specials and all that kind of stuff, I've heard they're going to Netflix instead of Peacock, but I'm not sure yet. But as we're talking about this, Peacock and all that kind of stuff, that's not even like the go-to place now to watch anything WWE wise. That's
No, it's
not
YouTube
the
now.
normal stuff. Yeah, if you go to YouTube, WWE Vault or WWE or now WCW YouTube channels, there's so much stuff on there that's behind the scenes. Like I just watched a 30-minute documentary of just footage from behind the scenes of WrestleMania 2000.
Wow,
Never seen it before. Was really cool to watch.
is that the one in Safeco Field or Rogers Center?
No, 2000 was in Los Angeles, Anaheim, California.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking 18 was in Toronto, 19 was in Safeco. WrestleMania 2000 was WrestleMania 16. It's the only WrestleMania without a number beside it, except for the first one. There's your trivia fact for today.
Was that on your game? Was that one on on your trivia game?
No, but
you-
ironically enough, it was an N64 game, WrestleMania 2000.
That you 20'd out of 20 in a minute 50 like a freaking fiend?
I know.
They
I
don't
hate to
call
be
me the
guru,
Honestly,
wrestling
the-
guru
but
for
I'm the
nothing.
guru.
I got halfway through it before we went live. The questions weren't that hard.
No, they wasn't. It's just the time aspect gets you all nervous. One thing I want to touch on before we get into everything else, bracket wise. If you've seen the media tabloids this past week, somebody ran their mouth claiming that, Hulk Hogan was a bad husband and a sex addict and all that good stuff. It looks like Linda McMahon ran out of money. Have you seen pictures of her? She's got bruises all over her face. Looks like the whatever drug she was taking was working. She's gone toe
I'm
to
so
toe.
lost. I don't know what we're talking about.
Really?
Yeah.
Just type it in your Google machine there for a minute. You'd watch some messages back and forth between Linda and Brooke. How Brooke has left the family and not talked to them, and
Wait, you said
Linda-
Linda. You said Linda McMahon.
I meant Linda Hogan. Sorry.
Okay.
I got confused too because I'm like, hold on now, what?
I'm sorry. Linda
Is she
Hogan.
like isn't she like a government official?
Yeah, but
She Department of Education.
she ran out. Look like
For
she
now.
ran out of money. Claims that she's never met Brooke's husband, although there's photos of her with Brooke's husband. Hogan's a deadbeat dad or deadbeat husband, but was a good dad and would be a great grandfather, and just all this stupid shit coming out. And it's like, you're out of money. You're selling your story to the tabloids because you ran out of Hulk
I
Hogan's
was gonna
money.
say, like, who cares?
It's just ridiculous. It's just like, oh yeah, and I'm gonna pop up 10, 15 years after our divorce to say that Hogan is a terrible husband.
Wasn't
well, no
she?
shit,
Didn't
you're
she
divorced.
cheat on him with
There was
some sort of
cheating
trainer?
There was cheating back and forth. I believe she cheated on him with one of Brooke's friends, and then she claims that Hogan cheated on her with one of Brooke's friends, and I don't know. But
Brooke needs better friends.
it's just Brooke is doing very well for herself. She's married to a former hockey
And
player.
let's not ask Hogan about his Brooks' friends.
She's married to a former hockey player. I can't pronounce his last name. And they have a set of twins. And she's kept her distance from both her mother and her father, which is probably a good thing.
I liked it better when she was with Bully Ray.
But I just wanted to touch base on this. Just stupid. This is just low-hanging fruit for a woman that's basically out of money, and it's just ridiculous.
Sounds like she's trying to get some of that Hulk Hogan beer money.
That's exactly what the tabloid said. So she must not be getting a cut of real American beer, and she wants in. But
what about
anyways,
the other actual McMahon news? The show? You guys told me about it.
Stephanie's Places debuted. What?
Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday.
Very, very good episode.
I
failed to send Ryan the video, which I will do after we record.
It was very good.
It's gonna get put up on the Wrestling with Nerds TikTok. I know you guys are watching it on the Nerds Doing Nerd Things TikTok right now. They're two separate ones, but yeah. But yeah, it was a very good show about returns and had really good interviews, not just with herself, Stephanie McMahon, you know, dialoguing and monologuing throughout the whole show. A very good interview at the brand new WWE headquarters building in Stamford, Connecticut. A good interview with Triple H about his return when he tore his quad, and will they remember me kind of conversations. And it's funny, the same thing gets brought up in the CM Punk interview as well. And it's amazing how 10 years have changed their vitality. They genuinely look like they care and they want to be there, and they're, for the most part, wanting this to work to its best ability.
While we're on the subject of Punk, what was your guys' thoughts for the end of SmackDown?
I got teary-eyed. I really got teary-eyed for him because
I was happy for him just because he kind of deserves the main event one of those two nights. So I'm kind of glad they went that way.
It just sucks for Jay, which I don't care.
I love the cliffhanger. I love the fact that Roman thinks the favor's been cashed in, and Punk goes, "That ain't the favor," and the screen went blank. I loved it. I was like, "Oh, Nikes."
Now that my dogs are done interrupting, I just wanted to say how good it was to have Steph doing something, by the way, back in the universe.
Yes.
The world is a better place.
I wish this show was longer than 26 minutes. It went by stupidly fast. And back to the conversation between her and Punk. Punk and Hunter, the way they talk, the way they analyze stuff is very, very similar. Which I don't know if it was back in the day, but now the way they're talking, they sound
very similar.
Very similar. And I don't know if anybody else, you guys picked it up on it when you watched it.
I have not watched it yet because you didn't send me the link.
I was gonna say, even Punk said that to Stephanie in the interview. He goes, "Your husband and I are a lot similar than you would think."
Well, that's usually what clashes what bangs heads, is two people that are the same, banging heads trying.
Ryan,
to get
you
the
could watch it
same
right
thing
on Disney Plus, and you have my Disney Plus.
I think I have it too. I just haven't looked for it. Speaking of Punk, he was on Sheamus's YouTube channel for the Celtic Workout this past week. A very fun interview with him and Sheamus, talking about, just Sheamus's normal thing. What's your favorite cheat meal? What's the worst song on your
oh God, Scatman.
Yeah, Sheamus is a scat man. I was talking about how he came up with how he got the called a personality song. He was using it in Ring of Honor when he turned heel, and it's always kind of been a thing. Also, it's been rumored that they're gonna sing live at WrestleMania 41 for him,
Again, wow.
so that should be really interesting.
Gotta get that paycheck, dog. It's
he
Vegas,
is-
baby.
From what I saw in that on that workout video and what I've seen, he has transformed his body that he looks the best he's ever looked. His shoulders are
he
bigger.
is the best in the world, dog.
His arms are a little bit bigger. He looks in the best shape that he's ever looked. Like, this is gonna be one hell of a run for CM Punk. I'm looking forward to the triple threat match. I think I was the one that called the triple threat match before the Royal Rumble. I'm looking forward to it. I again, this is one of those matches where I don't know who's gonna win. They can book it any of the three ways. But I'm sure
I
gonna
honestly
step
think
ba-
Rollins is the outlier in here. I don't think it will be Rollins. I think it could be either Punk or Roman.
Well, see, that's where, yeah, he's the outlier, but that's where Rollins was the outlier at WrestleMania 31 when he cashed in the Money in the Bank. So
Mm-hmm.
Well, at that point, he became the immediate favorite.
Rollins being the outlier, again, it could go any three way, but whoever wins that is definitely in line for the world title shot.
You know what I'm really hoping for when we get out of this CM Punk reuniting thing? Anybody else hoping that WWE picks up something to do with heels being now that it's on Netflix and we get to see Ricky Rabies again? If you know, you know.
Possibly.
Stephen Amell, Ricky Rabies. Come on, man.
No, Stephen Amell's busy doing Suits LA right now.
Which
Well, I mean,
I
we
think
can we only need him for a little bit.
I think a
Remember,
certain
he's-
somebody's enjoying that we're going early because of that.
Maybe just a little bit.
I'm just saying, all the
Um,
cards are in line over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. CM Punk, Netflix, heels. Let's make it happen.
You heard it here first, and hopefully you don't hear it last year too.
We've been saying it for years, pal, that we want heels to come back.
Just remember, I mean, if we get a
Well,
new
yeah,
season,
'cause
it's not
I
like he's
need
going
to-
to do a lot. He's in a wheelchair.
I need to know. Well, you don't know because he's laying in the ring and he can't feel his legs. It could just be a stinger.
Mm-hmm.
It could be like a. It could be like a
Steve
Chicago
Austin.
Fire. It could be like a Chicago Fire preview. You think the worst is gonna happen, and it's all better in 10 minutes of the next show. Mike
I don't
knows what
know.
I'm talking about.
I'm just
Yes,
saying.
I
I
do.
watched
Oh.
911 Lone Star, and that guy didn't come back from the.
They're all doomed. They're all
dude didn't
trapped
come
in the
back from
boat
the
as it
spaceship.
sinks, and there's nowhere near them. They're gonna die and rescued.
Uh-huh.
So, shall we transition to what the people actually came here for?
Is it legal to
It wasn't
transition
us?
yet?
I mean, depending on your state, I think it's legal in mine.
All right, that's not where I
Oh,
was going with that.
You're in South Canada. It's all legal.
We are gonna transition to the.
The way the
Gotta stop
Don's
using
going,
that
we're
word.
gonna
And
be
you
back.
use-
The way the
and you-
Don's going, we're gonna be part of
All right.
America either way.
I'm getting rid of. I'm
No.
getting rid of our
And-
faces. It's
and
gone.
you-
We're
and you
gone.
use-
Shut up.
You
Shut up.
use
Tariffs.
transition
Shut up.
again.
Tariffs for the transition.
You
Tariffs.
should really stop using the word transition.
All right.
One transition.
It's almost like he's it's almost like he's transfixed.
Ryan,
Oh,
where do you want to start with this? Do you want to go backwards this time?
Yeah, because I don't want to go first.
Okay. All right, Mike. You are up, my friend.
sounds good. You got the bracket on? Funny.
Give me 2 seconds and I will share my screen.
You mean
So,
you don't have the YouTube channel up on a second screen?
I don't have the YouTube channel up on the second screen. Thank you
Sure.
very much, sir.
sharing my screen would be faster though.
All right, so we're gonna
Alrighty.
start round number 2. We're gonna start at the top. We got the role model Bailey at a 16 seed that got to advance, taking on I believe in Joe Henry, which is the 9 seed. So we got a 16-9 matchup to kick off the round of 32. So we're gonna throw it to TJ. What do you think's gonna advance there, sir?
I believe in Joe Hendry.
That's 1 for Joe. We're gonna go to AJ.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. It's role model.
Ooh, okay, 1-1. So Ryan, you have the tying vote.
It's role model.
Role model, 16
Yeah.
seed keeps on moving.
Because literally after I couldn't tell you a single word of the song. Paris
Well-
and Tokyo or
London,
something.
Paris, Tokyo.
I assume
Yeah.
we kind of know which one we're going to be going with next, but I'm just going to throw it out there to the people at home watching. So we got the 5 seed Kingdom taking on the 4 seed taking it all, which is Solo Sokoa. So Ryan, kick it off first.
Oh, it's my kingdom, Bubba.
Kingdom and TJ.
Oh, it's Kingdom.
Kingdom moves on. We were all going to go that way anyway, so
Yeah, it was close. It was really close for me because I like Solo's theme.
it's not a bad theme. Even though it's somewhat newer, it's not bad. I enjoy it.
I didn't like it. I mean, he didn't.
It's not. It's
He
not.
didn't get my
Nightmare.
vote in the last round, so
It-
it really wasn't getting my vote this round.
It's not kingdom. The kingdom is kingdom.
Yeah. Next one, we got the 6th seed, I Am Greatness, which is the Tribal Chief's new theme song that debuted at SummerSlam last year, taking on Jimmy Uso's Born a King. So AJ,
Oh,
who you got?
my turn. I get to start this one. Fingers up in the air. It's I Am
Going with-
Greatness.
Going with I Am Greatness. Ryan, what you got?
Ooh, this is a tough one for Ryan. Oh boy.
I
It's
am
a tough
greatness.
one. I Am Greatness. Move it on.
I think
TJ,
it's
who?
clean sweep, boys.
Clean
That's
sweep?
clean sweep.
So I Am Greatness as a 6th seed, moving on past the 14 seed. Born
This
a
might be the
King.
most fun part right here. This one of your
This one-
bracket.
This is gonna be a good one. So we got number 7, Demon in Your Dreams, which is Rhea Ripley, taking on the number 2 seed, Cult of Personality, which is CM Punk's remix version. So TJ, who you got?
Mommy's always on top for me, dog.
All right, 1 vote for that one. AJ shaking his head on that comment. AJ, who you got?
I'm happy you knew it was the comment because the pick is correct. It is Demon in Your Dreams, Rhea Ripley moving.
Ryan would have probably went the same way. Ryan, right?
Yeah, it was a clean sweep.
Demon in Your Dreams, the 7 seed.
And that's not to
upsetting-
say if he wasn't anywhere else in this bracket, he's probably moving on.
Yeah. But we got a 7 seed upsetting the 2 seed. So we are the Sweet 16 and my bracket is set up.
All right, let's go over to TJ's now.
Man, I don't want to have to pick your final. Your God. Ugh.
Golly.
God,
That's Sweet 16's rough.
be a little bit.
I mean, I know the top one of yours. Who I'm taking, but the
bottom?
bottom one,
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Got to make it a little bit tough. It's-
2000s isn't me. So that's better.
I got it moved. The 2010s.
I know I was a little behind. I was watching the YouTube stream.
Funny thing is, if you watch it on
Um,
TikTok, it's only like 2 second delay.
Why is TikTok and YouTube so different?
Because they're 2 different entities.
I mean,
Oh,
like
excuse me,
delay
sorry.
wise. So we got Charlotte Flair, the underdog on this one with recognition, versus the Shield Special Ops, Shield / Roman, because he kept using it, just dropped the Shield part. Ryan?
Recognition.
Ooh, I thought you'd go your queen. AJ?
It's recognition.
No.
Mike, where would you have gone?
I would have went with Special Ops. That's where I would have went with.
Should have went to you second, so we at least had some drama. Brother.
But you got an upset right there, right off the bat.
I mean, it is and it isn't. I think it's a Flair song. I think she was going to be hard to beat regardless. This next one, I think I like to see how we go with it. We have Kevin Owens in Fight versus Alexa Bliss's Spiteful. Mike, you didn't get to talk last time. You go first.
This is a tough one because I do like both of these theme songs. It's a tough one, but
I don't feel like there's a wrong answer on this one.
I don't think so either. There's not really a wrong answer, but I still like Kevin Owens just a little bit better. So I'm going to go with Kevin Owens as my vote on this one.
AJ?
This, I gotta agree with Mike. This is a really, really tough one, but I don't blast Kevin Owens' theme when it comes on with my playlist. The minute I hear dun dun dun, my volume goes from to wherever it is to basically max. So it's Spiteful.
Yeah, something does that for me too, but it's not volume. Ryan?
Ah, damn!
It's spiteful. I enjoy Alexa Bliss's theme music, theme music.
Is that why I mean, I'm in the contingent of where the hell is Alexa? Like, I get the kid thing, but like, man,
That's what I'm
I was
saying.
so excited for that return, and she's not on TV.
That pop that she had at the Royal Rumble was fantastic, and it was just like
She's a fan favorite, with or without the stupid doll.
I don't want her to do anything with the Wyatt Six, but I guess for it's rumors. We know how rumors are always wrong now.
As long as she's on TV, I don't care.
It
I really
feels
don't.
like she wants to do something at least to,
honor Bray.
Yeah, 'cause I don't
that
think
part
she
of her-
really got a chance to.
well, they kind of rushed her out of the whole Fiend and her thing because she screwed over the Fiend at Rania, which I was kind of like, what's the point of that?
So we got number 6 and Bailey's Turn It Up versus Sheamus's, or no, is that Sheamus?
Nope.
Yes. No, that's
Nope.
Becky's.
That's
That's
Becky's.
Becky's Celtic Invasion. The number 3 seed versus the number 6. This is a good matchup. Ryan.
Becky.
Ooh. Mike.
Clean sweep, Becky Lynch.
AJ.
He freaking knew it. It is a clean sweep, Becky Lynch.
And then our last one, I feel like this one's the most left field that's left of my bracket. We have Shinsuke's The Rising Sun, number 7, versus Bobby Roode and Glorious. AJ, I'll let you run first on this one.
Ryan, I'm sorry. I'm stealing this from last week. Thank God for Nina Strauss. It's The Rising Sun. Oh, nope. I shouldn't be typing it now.
Mike.
Well, I'm going to have a little bit of drama on this one. I'm going to go Bobby Roode and Glorious.
That is a big upset right there. Number 15. Ryan.
It's Nakamura.
Oh, the miracle run ends. The run is no longer glorious.
All for that.
I mean, I could have kept typing it at that point.
It was glorious.
All right,
Glorious defeat.
we're jumping over to the 2000s. That is my bracket.
I don't think anybody's surprised the Rising Sun bombed Glorious there. Unlike Pearl Harbor.
All right. Let's go with the number 1 seed versus the number 8 seed. Batista's I Walk Alone versus CM Punk's The Fire Burns. Starting off with the wrestling guru, Ryan Fry.
I Walk Alone. I don't like the Fire Burns is good, but it's not I Walk Alone. The whole pyro, that wins all the time. Not to mention he's a DC guy.
All right. Let's go to the other half of J&J Security, TJ.
Yeah, I mean, I really do think Ryan kind of touched on it there. It's the whole like it just was really cool to watch, and that carries it over the
boom.
It's almost like the Goldberg thing with just the pyro sells it, man. I Walk Alone.
And it's I Walk Alone, but Mike, who were you taking?
I was going to be a clean sweep as well. I Walk Alone. I enjoy that one. I enjoy both, but I enjoy Walk Alone a little bit better.
All right. Another WrestleMania match that could main event back in the day, I guess. It is the 12 seed Metalingus Edge versus the 13 seed Randy Orton Voices, starting with TJ. What's on your mind? What do you got?
I think I hear voices in my head.
Probably should go see a doctor. Mike, what do you got?
Clean sweep, Voices.
Oh, and Ryan, what were you?
It was going to be a clean sweep. I hate Metalingus.
Wow.
Remember, I voted for Slow Chemical.
Well, yeah, that's why I had Slow Chemical at a fifth.
I absolutely hate that entrance song. I always have. I've never been a fan of it. TJ, check your phone.
So, going down, the 6 seed Broken Dreams, Drew McIntyre when he first debuted in WWE, to the 14th seed, Kurt Angle, TNA theme, gold medal. Mike, who you got?
We're gonna go with the man himself, Drew McIntyre, Broken Dreams.
Wow, nice one. That is the 6th seed, number 1. We got one pick. The wrestling guru, Ryan Fry.
This is a hard one.
You're welcome.
This is probably the hardest one on your bracket for me. I really, really, really like Kurt Angle's Gold Medal song. I wish it was his all the time song. But Broken Dreams it should be his song now, and it's the best one, so Broken Dreams.
T, what were you grabbing?
Gold medal, because I think I said it last week. I don't think I could tell you if you started playing it, I would know what Broken Dreams is. I don't think I ever heard it.
That's a shame.
It was in that window of when I didn't watch, so I
mean, you also had 3 weeks to go back and listen to a lot of these that you didn't know. But that is the 6th seed beating the 14th seed. Now it's time for the 10th seed. Here comes the money. Shane McMahon versus the 15th seed of Rey Mysterio's Booyaka 6-1.
Can I just say, I don't know how these two aren't flipped as far as their seating.
It's a 10 and a 15 seed.
I'm just saying, it feels like Booyaka. How the hell is that 15 seed? Do you want my vote?
No, your vote. You're going first this time.
That said, I'm taking Here Comes the Money just because I like it more. But it still perplexed me as being the 15.
All right. And with that, let's go to Mike Campigio. What do you got, pal?
Well, I'm gonna go a little bit of an upset on this one. I'm taking Rey Mysterio. Jesus, I cannot talk. Rey Mysterio's Booyaka.
I'll say, boy. Ryan, what do you got, pal?
I say, oh boy, you thought it was an upset, but it's Here Comes the Money.
Shane McMahon's Here Comes the Money.
I like POD, but I like to hear cha-ching, cha-ching more.
Dollar, dollar.
Ching, ching, bling, bling. All right. Going over to the 80s and 90s bracket now. This is going to be fun. But Ryan, I think you got some news on how we are going to finish out this episode.
Yeah, we're going to run through this one. That'll put us in the Sweet 16. Then we're going to run it back through and get to the Elite 8. So that next week we can run through the Elite 8, the Final 4, and the Finals. So that leaves the last Sunday before WrestleMania for us to do our WrestleMania preview, because that's going to take a while.
Yeah, no kidding. All right,
so,
go for it.
Starting at the top, we have the American Made, which is Hulk Hogan's WCW theme, versus Bret the Hitman Hart's Heartbeat, which is his first singles theme. And I'm going to go to AJ first.
Oh, no. Oh, you're putting me in the driver's seat for this one. It's American Made. This isn't even close in my opinion, at all.
And we're going to go to TJ for the Heartbeat vote.
Yep.
And then we're going to go to Mike.
It's not even close from my point of view. I'm going with AJ. American Made.
I thought you were going to say the other way around.
You thought. You thought.
Just move it over. Just keep it going. You might as well just keep it going right down to the last one.
I don't know. Depending on who it goes up against on the next one, it might be tough.
Next up is the Steiner Brothers Steinalized team theme song from WCW versus the Macho Man Poppin' Circumstance with the electric guitar, his WCW theme. And we'll let TJ go first so he can actually have a vote.
Steiner Brothers.
Steinerized. Mike Campigio.
This is a tough one because I do like both, but I'm gonna go with the Steiner brothers as well.
The Steiner brothers move on, and AJ doesn't get the vote.
Nope.
What would have your vote been, AJ?
Steiner Brothers.
All right.
They get fed to American Made next.
That's the thing. I don't know about that one.
Next up, NWO Wolfpack. Wolfpack in the house.
Nobody can see me
Yes.
doing it.
The baddest street on the planet. Bad Street, USA. The fabulous Freebirds. And with that, I'm going to go to Mike.
Ooh. Okay.
He wasn't ready.
I'm gonna do a little bit of an upset on this one. I'm gonna go with the NWO on this one.
Oh, and TJ?
Is that the upset?
Yeah, that would theoretically that would be the upset. Wolfpack is
It would
the
be
11th
11
rank.
over a 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ryan predicted this last week that song was gonna upset its way because it's moving on.
Wolfpack in the house. Remember, back then we didn't say in the, we said the.
God,
It's
you're
like 50
old.
Cent song in the club.
Wolfpack in his house.
AJ, what have your vote been?
It was Wolfpack 100%.
Okay.
As much as I like
Yes.
Bad Street USA, I still sing the Wolfpack theme.
All right. And the last matchup of the Sweet 16, or the round of 32, I'm sorry. We have Satan's Sister, which is Stunning Steve Austin's WCW theme, versus Demolition. And we're gonna go to AJ.
Demolition.
And now we're gonna
Not even
go,
close.
Now we're gonna go to TJ.
Satan's Sister.
Ooh.
Now we're gonna go to Mike to be the tiebreaker. Is we gonna have an upset with number 10 over number 2?
I don't think so. I'm gonna go with Demolition.
There we go. There you go.
And we are going to stay with Ryan.
Oh, great.
Oh, you're gonna
It's the
stay?
Axe and the Smasher. It's Demolition moving on to face the Wolfpack. That would be an awesome tag.
Yeah,
team.
instead of going back around, we'll stay with Ryan to go to the Elite Eight now.
So
Okay.
in the round, what is it? Sweet 16, right? Sweet 16,
Yes.
we have American Made versus the Steiner Brothers.
Do them. Do them. Do them.
I'm gonna go with Mike first.
You know, I'm gonna go Steiner brothers on this one.
Well, I'm pretty sure you can just fill it in because that's gonna be 2 votes. TJ's gonna vote Steiner Brothers.
Ah, what's AJ's vote?
Depends on who was Ryan was going to go to next.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be AJ, and he's gonna say,
What was I going to say? Because it was Steiner
Oh.
Brothers.
okay. Either way, it was gonna be Steiner Brothers moves on because
No,
If
it
you-
wasn't.
you picked them. You were gonna pick.
You got to
American
the
Made.
point in this bracket where I could no longer not vote for American Made. Wow.
That's funny.
That's
So I have it on record that TJ likes American Made. Only
More
the
than
return-
what's left. It was literally, this is why I said I thought it was going, because once it hit this point, I could no longer not pick it for what was
I don't
left.
know. I really like American Made, but it's something about the Steiner Brothers theme, mostly the first line of the
Wow.
damn song.
I'm blown away.
How they don't do drugs?
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
hilarious.
It's
but
funny.
also, the siren at the beginning, you know who it is. You don't have to, oh shit, here comes the pain.
Yep.
Wow. I
and
feel
then
like
in the
this
next-
wouldn't have happened to Real American. I'm just saying.
The next matchup is the Wolfpack versus Demolition. And we're gonna go to TJ first.
Wolfpack.
And we're gonna go to Mike.
Oh, thank God.
Wolfpack.
Thank God. I didn't have to vote.
Wow. You guys all suck. Just saying.
How about that?
Ugh.
A 5 and 11 matchup to go to the Final Four next week.
You upset my number 1 and my number 2 in the Sweet 16.
Your number one was the wrong number one, dog.
Whatever, dog. It made it all the way
Real
there.
American would have carried.
I don't know. I don't think
Wait,
Real
if it
American
if
would
it
have
was
got by Steiners.
okay,
either.
but even if you flip them, they still would have lost where they lost.
Would
I
they?
think so. I would have went Steiner Brothers. Yeah, I don't have to do it anymore. Let's go.
All right, it's back to the 2000s. Batista's "I Walk Alone" versus Randy Orton's "Voices," starting with the wrestling guru, Ryan Fry.
And this is where the wall hits for when you walk alone. I'm going Voices.
Ooh.
Wow. All right, TJ, you are next. Who you taking?
I'm with the guru. Bye bye, one seed.
Wow. I would have went with Walk Alone.
Same here, but we don't get the
A 13 seed moving on.
All right, starting with TJ, it is Drew McIntyre's "Broken Dreams" for Shane McMahon's "Here Comes the Money."
Yeah, here comes the money. Dollar, dollar. Bling, bling.
Mike Campiggio, you
Broken
pick.
Dreams.
And off to the wrestling guru, Ryan Fry.
Just like TJ's life, it's Broken Dreams.
Jesus!
I love you, pal.
Damn.
Holy crud!
Can you get a steel chair and just Seth Rollins him next time in the back to Roman?
I've got
He's
one
got
right
my
at-
steel chair. He might as well have stabbed me in the back with it.
Holy cow! That was. Ow!
If you had listened to Broken Dreams, you would have voted for it too.
All right.
I've heard it once. Flash the Castle. Okay, cool.
Now we're going to TJ. Oh my gosh. That's funny.
We got a real fun matchup here. We got Charlotte Flair in Recognition versus Alexa Bliss and Spiteful. Mike Campiggio.
Alexa Bliss all day. That's my vote.
AJ?
It's Spiteful. 100%.
My guy would have went with the Queen.
Don't have to make that decision.
I think my guy would have went with the Queen.
I really would have just closed my eyes and pointed.
We have. I'll get there after. So we've got Becky Lynch and Celtic Invasion versus Shitstain Nakamura and the Rising Sun. The Guru. Your vote,
Nakamura.
please. Mike Campiggio.
Becky Lynch.
Shit.
AJ.
Got a vote?
Yeah, I'm aware, Mike. Thank you. Sorry, Nina Strauss. Sorry. It's
The
Becky
all
Lynch.
women finale here in the
Yeah.
2010s.
Look
My
at that.
goodness.
My goodness, what a finale.
Look at that women's revolution on display.
It's like WrestleMania 35 all over again.
Oof.
The irony of this is Becky Lynch kind of made Alexa Bliss who she is.
Yeah. That's a good point. So we're going to switch up to my bracket now, the Sweet 16 matchup. We got the 16 seed Role Model taking on Kingdom as a 5 seed. Does the 16 seed keep moving or do we stay with Kingdom? AJ, you're up first.
Why? Kingdom. Sorry, X-Men.
And Ryan Fry.
This is X-Men 97 and they all die. I'm going Kingdom.
I don't think anything that came against Kingdom had a chance here.
No, probably not. So
That's a clean sweep.
Clean sweep. So we'll go to the last matchup in the Sweet 16. Roman Reigns, I Am Greatness versus Rhea Ripley's Demon in Your Dreams. TJ, since you didn't get the vote, who you got?
It's a damn good thing they don't fight each other because this is the one time I can't put my finger up. Mommy's always on top, not the
Ooh.
tribal chief.
Okay. That good vote right there. AJ, what do you got?
Yeah, this kind of sucks.
It's a tough one.
It's Mommy.
Well, he had to go with you because he knew I was going with mommy. I always go with mommy, except
There
for
we
now, because
go.
now I'm really screwed.
It's
And
mommy.
a matchup between Cody Rhodes and Rhea Ripley. in
This is the
Elite
best
Eight.
possible outcome for this bracket.
It
Can we,
is.
can we get a bye?
You wish.
I don't know. Can I watch?
God!
As long as it's, as long as it's mommy.
Why, people?
Hey, we haven't said anything with a curse word in it. A lot.
A
A
lot.
lot?
Lot.
Innuendos are innuendos. They're not factual. Unless by mommy is true.
But how about that though? For the Elite Eight matchups coming next week, there's some pretty good ones.
So next
I just
week,
want to watch Jay and Mommy play that game some more with the swords.
in the Elite Eight, we have the tag team of the Steiner brothers versus the faction of the NWO Wolfpack. We have
God, I wish we were doing this round. Man.
we have Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch. We have Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre, what we just saw Friday night on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cody Rhodes versus Mommy Rhea Ripley in the Elite Eight. Who would have thunk it?
Wow.
So, like I said, next week we will run through the Elite Eight. We will run through the Final Four.
Coming back on screen,
And-
boys.
Then we will go to our finals. We will crown the first ever Wrestling with Nerds, or the only, I guess, Wrestling with Nerds greatest ring entrance music.
Wow. This
We'll
is
have to
but
figure
this-
out a new bracket next year.
next year? There is no next year with this.
We got some more brackets coming. We got some more topics so we can come up with 16 bracket tournament.
No, we gotta leave the bracket for the bracket. Let's just do Mount Rushmores. Everybody loves those.
Yeah, but then you're
How hard is it to pick the 4 greatest of anything? That isn't. If that doesn't leave debate for something.
So, on that note, Monday Night Raw tomorrow from London, the O2 Arena, the same place SmackDown was from Friday night.
4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Starts live on Netflix at 3 o'clock in the afternoon with the time change in London, 12 o'clock Pacific.
Or
I
if
will
you-
watch it early.
I was gonna say, or if you'll be like us in our Discord, we'll be watching it at the normal time.
I watch it twice.
AJ watches it twice. I appreciate AJ
Yeah.
doing that.
Oh, good.
Um,
You can watch it once for me.
Like I said, you want to watch some good wrestling content that's not on without buying Peacock, go to WWE Vault, go to WWE YouTube channel, go to WCW YouTube channel. There's a lot of great stuff on there to watch. I've been watching it nonstop. They've actually been putting pay-per-views up there. The other morning, I sat there and watched WrestleMania 3 right in my bed. I was like, yes, I don't have to go looking for it. It's right here for me to watch.
SmackDown's coming to my city Friday, Chicago.
SmackDown will be in Chicago on Friday, NXT on Tuesday. A lot of good things are building on NXT. We didn't get there this week with it.
I really think Trick is like the leader.
Yeah, this faction that's showing up, they're not attacking Trick, but I actually think it's Javon that's actually in charge of it. I think it's the whole swerve thing where Javon's like, hey, you're not getting touched, you're the leader. And then you find out it's Javon Evans. The Zarya Sol Ruka relationship has gotten really interesting. Their tag team's really good. If you haven't seen it yet, go on social media and look up Jordan Grace or Zarya or I'm trying to think who all was in that circle. But they did a little thing in the back with like 5 girls and Shawn Michaels where one girl stood in the middle and I guess she was snapping photos with her phone and they were running around her. Very funny segment. All the girls are doing their poses and then Shawn's like got his butt in the air and it's just kind of funny because it catches him off guard. He's having a blast with NXT. I'm still loving NXT. Stephanie Valcour is the double champion over there. She defended both titles Tuesday night on SmackDown or on NXT and defeated Jada Parker and Fallon Henley. I'm interested to see where they go with that because they're not putting the belts together. She's eventually gonna drop one of those titles, I feel like.
Did you Right, I gotta ask, did you see the clip about Thunder Tits?
Oh yeah, from AEW, Thunder Rosa and Tony Storm formed a tag team. They were originally called the Thunderstorms, but then they changed their. Tony decided to change their name to Thunder Tits.
Paige got released.
Paige got her release. She asked for it early. Her contract was supposed to be up in September. I don't see a WWE return right away. She said it in multiple interviews that she has things in the works outside of wrestling. Do I see her returning to the WWE? Yes. Do I see it on a full-time basis? Probably not. It'll be more like a Punk schedule.
Who do you think's the first one to come back? Because Ray Phoenix is next Friday.
Yes, Ray Phoenix makes his debut Friday night on SmackDown. They have hinted, there's been vignettes hinting that Malachi or Aleister Black is on his way back. They're showing them on SmackDown, so I'm guessing that's where he's going, considering that's where his wife's at, Selena Vega. We're gonna get into more of some other topics coming up this coming weeks. I want to talk about Chelsea Green and her secret her service and how awesome this story is becoming between them.
It's literally JBL's cabinet.
Yeah, and a lot of other things. Looking forward to the next couple weeks, finishing up the brackets, our WrestleMania preview, WrestleMania reactions, all that kind of stuff's coming up. So stay tuned. We're gonna be putting out some content.
Everybody hit that like button, subscribe, follow, do all that wonderful, beautiful stuff that you guys do. We'll see you Thursday for the Dark of the Moon Transformers movie review with the regular nerds. Catch you guys there.
Since somebody cut us off last week, no yeet!
I'm waiting now.
He was waiting.
Wait.
Gotta